better prepared to know what we should be looking for, what we should be doing, how we should be, responding to our loved one that's suffering with dementia?
Well, before we even get to dementia, one thing I'm always asking people about is, do you have your advanced directives done? Have
Okay.
you named, or do your parents or whoever in your life, do they have a living will? Do they have somebody appointed as their medical decision maker? Do they have someone appointed as their financial decision maker? All of those kinds of things, because if someone does develop cognitive impairment or dementia, that paperwork is essentially important. And even if
Okay.
they don't develop dementia, but when they do, there's a window where they aren't going to be able to make competent decisions anymore. When they aren't going to be able to weigh out complex medical decisions, even simple decisions. Do I wear red or do I wear blue today? At some point.
Right.
So it's really important with our aging population that those folks, and people don't want to do it. We're a death of, denying culture. We don't want to deal with all that, but it is really, really important. And as a medical social worker, I can tell you that if someone ends up in the hospital, the first thing they're going for is who's the contact person, who's the
Okay.
medical decision maker. If they've been in a car accident, or they're in a coma, or they're delusional because of running a fever or whatever might be happening, who is the go-to to make decisions? And that stuff has to be documented. So those forms are really important. And past them just being documented, people need to have conversations about it. Because what I really learned in hospice, and then ever since, was that if that stuff isn't done, if there's nothing written down, and you've never had a talk with your loved one about it, and then let's say they have a major stroke, all right, and now they went from being fully functioning to bedbound and unable to talk, unable to make sense of their environment, don't know who they are, don't know who anybody else is, and now they're starting to have problems swallowing. Then the family's left to, do we put in a feeding tube? Do we do artificial nutrition, hydration? We never talked about it. Oh my God, I don't know what to do. And so people tend to do everything when they don't know what
Right.
to do, when they've
Right.
had no direction, when maybe that person never wanted that. They would not have wanted all the bells and whistles and that. So it's really important to document the wishes as things
Mm-hmm.
change. It's supposed to be a living document. You want to change those things as your health changes and have those conversations. So, but with dementia, people lose